Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the Blackwater Reaper here, or otherwise known as Radzkowski. As you can see here, we're at a campsite. We've made some significant progress. Not too much, but significant enough. So, visited the trapper and spoke with him a little bit. He was telling me about how I needed squirrel, 6 perfect squirrel pelts in order to get a nice little, rat cap, I guess you could say. We made significant progress. I believe the last stream was here, and then after the stream, I kind of went over here to Blackwater, hung around there for a little bit. People called me a retard, and that was. So I pushed over here and told me, hey, there's a squirrel over here, and so that's what I did. Been on the squirrels. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody today. Already got a comment. Good lord. I think I already know who this is. Swear to God. Yeah, I know who that is. Alright, you can die, Mr. Gloria. No, but anyways, happy Thanksgiving, guys. I know you guys in the United States have had Thanksgiving today. I live in Canada. We had Thanksgiving a while back, around in October. Now my family, because we're Polish family. Traditionally, Europeans would have Thanksgiving on November 28th. However, of course, that has been changed a little bit. So we did have Thanksgiving dinners in October, and now we're having another Thanksgiving later today. This one isn't going to be like a large family event, but it is going to be another kind of Thanksgiving dinner, and I'll be heading out there soon. So, yeah. But anyways, right now we are going to be playing Red Dead Redemption. Our current focus for today will be to secure some pelts so we can actually continue. We can continue our journey of hunting down Mr. Flaco Hernandez. All right. Well, like I said, we want a full established kit. All right. So that's what we want to do. Give me one moment. I have to message this person. Sorry about that. But yeah, we'll get our stuff and then we'll move out to go deal with some business. Let me just double check something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. My apologies. We're gonna get back to it now. So we're gonna head down to Rhodes. I have a friend of mine who told me there was a lot of squirrel near Rhodes, like near Clements Point, which is one of the locations that you get to go into about halfway through the game. Let me actually find the location so I'm not stupid. I also heard that you need to craft small game arrows. Make sure you have enough velocity. Velocity for that. Excuse me. In order to kill the small squirrels. So that damaging the pelt. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Anyways, sorry about that. I've been trying to hunt down squirrels with this, varmint rifle. If I'm entirely honest, little to no avail. Well, I mean, I've hunted them down, and it's been pretty successful, if I'm entirely honest. The only problem with this, rifle is that, the caliber still damages the pelt by I believe, 1, it reduces the quality. So I've been getting, instead of perfect pelts, which is what I need, I've only been getting an extension of... Oh. Okay, excuse me, something's wrong with my game. Only be getting an extension of good or poor pelts rather than, you know, perfect ones. So where I even... The good news is that I have plenty of shotgun shells, which you need, and there's plenty of birds in the game, so you can get plenty of feathers there. And I also have plenty of arrows. The only problem that we don't really... Oh, well, there's our squirrel, but that's not the one we're looking for. The problem that faces me currently is finding squirrels. Right as I say that, there's a squirrel right there. Okay, so that's what we need to do. We need to make sure we're tracking it first. Study. Track. Now we will get... an arrow with small game in it. That squirrel still there? Okay, beautiful. Alright, so that's beautiful. Oh no. Perfect. Please tell me it's perfect. Yes, it is! And I got my small game arrow back. Oh, that was good. Alrighty, I'm happy with that. Look at that. Oh, I'm happy with that. That's great. That boosts my morale a lot. That was my first perfect squirrel pelt. God damn. Alrighty. Well, definitely satisfied with that. No complaints here, guys, so definitely doing a good job with that. We'll either wait for another one to come around, or we'll probably go to Rhodes or Clemens Point or whatever, and we'll figure out where we can find more of them there. We'll see, because if I can kind of, I guess, farm this will be a perfect opportunity. It's got a good high vantage point, this little area here. You know, I could see what's happening on the road. I could see, you know, quite a bit of animals if I want to hunt for food or anything like that. Good thing is, well, I guess bad thing if you're looking at it from a strategic point, there's a lot of fog everywhere. So yeah, it's pretty bad. It's a pretty bad thing, but it's a good thing if you want to, like, say, sneak up on an enemy. You know, fog reduces visibility and all that. But in a strategic sense, you looking up here would probably be a bad thing, or you being up here would be a bad thing if you have fog surrounding you because you can't see shit. But anyways, so the idea is to hunt down, well, in this case, 5 more perfect squirrel pelts, and to do that, as you can see, we need small game. We're gonna get rid of this varmint rifle because we really don't need it. And I'm gonna grab something a little bit more different. I love this 1860. So I've been doing some research because, you know, I'm a noob. This is the 1860 Henry repeater, one of the first repeaters around, and it's a very beautiful repeater. Now I have a custom skin to it. I might change it up a little bit. I personally like the way it looked, kind of like an iron finish to it. You know, I don't know, I really like the way this looks, although it probably wouldn't be practical for combat considering how, you know, how, I don't know how shiny it is, but, you know, it's pretty decent. So I really like this type of weapon system. I've been doing research on it. It's got a pretty large capacity. I believe it has the... I think I should compare the damage. Yeah, I think it has the best damage out of all the repeaters. Yeah, it has the best damage. Has the same range as the carbine repeater, which is a little bit surprising. And has the slowest fire rate, the slowest reload, has the worst accuracy. So kind of, you're trading off accuracy and reload speed, essentially, with, and you know, with damage and what's called, with damage and range, I guess, or ammunition. Realistically, this would actually have less damage than this, which is surprising, because this is a carbine repeater. Now, the carbine repeater, for those who aren't interested in a little history lesson, this is the, I believe, the 1860 Spencer. Oh, I fucking thought there was a person there. I believe that's what the model is, but it's a Spencer rifle. I forgot the actual, like, date it was made, but, you know, around the 1860s. This was actually used by the Union Cavalry, and it was a very effective weapon for what it was. It was much better than, you know, using a musket rifle at the time, which was pretty, you know, which was still common practice in the 1860s. Now, the problem with this gun, okay, it had a 45-70, I believe, caliber, and it would be a really devastating caliber, and it's actually preferred by hunters. During that time when people got the chance to acquire these things, people preferred these over the muskets or, you know, rifles. They preferred this because it had a good caliber, it was good at killing. And the problem is, let me show you, the way the how do I say this properly? The way, I'll just say it for lack of a better word. The way the reloading system or the charging system was designed is a little bit of a flaw. So as you can see, realistically, you know, this would make sense if the gun functioned this well. You know, as you saw, Mr. Marston, he manipulated the rifle like that. Boom, like that. So the idea behind that was you had to rack the lever, okay, push it down, push it back up, and then cock the hammer, as you can see right there. Alright, now, this proved to be easier said than done, mainly because of the fact that cocking down the lever, or, you know, rotating the lever, did not work. Alright, as expected. What I mean by this is, it would get stuck, the rounds would get stuck, and the ejection would be very offset. With the Henry repeater, it was a very fast-firing gun. So, you would be able to, like, pow, 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 but it was at the cost of course, less favorable ammunition. So, it's a little bit of a history lesson. Me, personally, if I'm entirely honest, I'm a fan of all forms of repeaters in this game. Like, I like almost all of the weapons. I'm not a fan of the pistols, although I can adapt to use them. And, I love the Springfield rifle as well as the bolt action to an extent. But, you know, the repeaters are great. You know, if you're going for a carbine, if anyone's doing, like, a cavalry roll for, like, a crew, which I'm probably going to be doing something like that with my group, something similar at least, this would be a pretty good rifle. Because cavalry back in those days, while they did dismount and fight, which made this a pretty formidable rifle. I like the way he's kind of crouching there. No, I guess I can't. Alright. They also did fight, sometimes, on horseback. And when you're fighting on horseback, you want something that's easy to manipulate in terms of movement. You do not want, you know, respectfully, you don't want a long rifle, because a longer rifle means that it's going to be heavier, of course. And you don't want a heavy rifle, alright, which means you want less ammunition, you want something fast. Because cavalry, they're type of raiding and scouting party. They're the guys who go in, raid the camp, raid a place, bam, 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 get out of there. It was a conventional practice of irregular warfare, surprisingly. Yeah, that's the whole cavalry. You know, when you're cavalry, you prefer disengagements. You prefer, you know, getting in, killing the enemy, getting out. You don't want to be there for long. All right, now, of course, when the dragoon role started evolving with the United States Army and the United States military in general, you know, of course, cavalry were kind of, you know, intermediate in terms of what they wanted to do, or what they could do, excuse me. So, not only would they fight on horses, but later that was soon phased out with, the fuck is that? That's a crow. That was phased out with fighting. On foot. So they arrive at a location. Okay, we see a bunch of bad guys. They get out. They ambush on foot. Bang, 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 bang. So again, much more effective than the way previous than having a musket. So, and again, that's what muskets, that's what they pretty much all had back in those days, like the Union Army and whatnot. They had that during those days. Cavalry was a little bit different. They got the lucky end of the stick. Now this, you can technically say this was the Henry. This was used by both the Union and the Confederates, and was used by a bunch of interdependent as well as independent units, respectively. And it's a very formidable rifle. All right. You could technically consider. Oh, God damn it! Press the wrong fucking button. You technically consider this thing as the world's first assault rifle, because it had a shitload of rounds, and it fired an intermediate cartridge, and it fired at a very fast rate. All right. Unfortunately, in this game, it's not as good, but it has a trade-off with being kind of the most damaging and the most, kind of the brute of rifles, with the Winchester being the fastest and the Spencer being, I guess you could say, well, the Winchester being the fastest and the carbine being the most versatile in all forms. So, kind of depends on what you want to go for, really. So, yeah. Anyways, I apologize for the history lessons. I just like to, talk out of my ass with those history lessons, mainly because of the fact that, I'm bored and waiting for squirrels, right? We'll go look down for one. If not, we'll go ahead and start pushing to Lemoyne. I believe I might have a silver tune to these weapons. I don't know if I like that anymore. I had it, and then I realized the more I played the game, I just realized I didn't want them. That's the cool thing about the customization in this game. It's not like GTA, whereas GTA, if I want to change the skin of a rifle, I would just only change, I would change the entire thing, whereas here I can change it individually, and I have some cool improvements I can put upon it. The only problem that I see having with this game, and again, you can say this is a good thing or a bad thing, but the problems that I have with this game generally is that... Is that a fucking rabbit? That's a rabbit right there. The problem that I have with this game generally is that, of course, you don't really have that many attachments, which is realistic, because, you can't really you can't put a red dot... You're not going to fucking put a red dot scope on a Winchester in the fucking 1890s and shit. You're not going to do that. However, a cool attachment, because there were attachments that you could put on. Of course, it's not like those guns, especially back in those days, were fucking, oh shit, hold up, were bare of any attachments. Oh, no, don't you fucking dare. Did I lose it? I think I might have lost it. Anyways, no, there it is. Okay, please tell me you're good. Damn it. I'm gonna let that one go. Okay. Well, I had that one. The other one, I guess because I dead-eyed it, I guess because I dead-eyed the other one, it kind of resulted in me fucking up that pelt. So, don't dead-eye, I guess. Anyways, that's 2 out of 3, or 2 out of 6. So, only got a few more left. But, yeah, like I said, fuck, what was it? The attachments. I think they could attach stuff like a bayonet, or maybe you can convert some of the rifles you have in the game to different models. Like, it would be really cool if you can upgrade, or you can consider this an upgrade. I don't know if you want to do that. if they should do this as an alternative to not putting weapons in the game. If they choose to do that, I don't think they will, but we'll see. The idea is you can convert your weapon systems to upgraded versions that were used later. Like, for example, I can take my Winchester 1866 Yellow Boy and convert it into different models, as well as all the way up to the latest model of that time of the time period applicable, which would be the 1895 Winchester, which was used by the Russians in World War One. And again, they have their own downgrades and upgrades and whatnot. That'd be pretty cool. Kind of like upgrading a rifle through the Mach in GTA 5. Could do the same thing with a Springfield rifle, because there's different Springfield variants. Some of the short rifles, some with the short barrels, some with the long ones. Cavalry, carbine conversions. You could probably go back to the old fucking musket version if you really want. What else? There's a bunch of other things. There's different variants of the Henry repeater. Although the majority of them, from what I've seen, were the same, such as the Winchesters. But you could do that. I don't know. That's one idea, but I'm honestly more keen on having just more weapons and clothing items. That's all I care about. I don't care about anything else. I just want that, and I want the ability to set up and establish a campsite and kind of live there. So I think it's cool that you can do that. Also, I noticed you can establish only 2 campsites at a time. At least for me, when I did this, I tried it out. I had this type of campsite set up, and then I went across the map, across the river and whatnot, and I tried to set up a camp, and I did not have, as you can see, the setup over the fire. I forgot what that is, a stake or something like that. I forgot the post. We'll call it the post for now. There was not over the top of the campsite. And the only thing I could do was set up the campsite. Couldn't set up a bed. Couldn't set up anything. So I could set up campsites at the ass. I just couldn't bring my because I didn't have my horse with me. I couldn't bring the supplies and all that. And I thought that was really cool. I like that. Now the idea is, for me, I'm planning on starting up what we call a ranger unit. Which is essentially a provincial type of group. One second. The idea is to start up a ranger unit, which is, you're going to have to kind of excuse this, by the way, but it's supposed to be a provincial unit. The rangers, there was a bunch of different ranger types. Ranger by definition is someone who ranges, who is good at ranging things, someone that's good with essentially a rifle. Now, my idea of a ranger is something that stems from the French and Indian War during the 1750s, which was essentially a special type of frontier warfare group, which is I guess the most modern equivalent would be Army Special Forces, Green Berets, because they do that. It's essentially living off the land, unconventional warfare, that type of stuff. Now, the idea is that I want to take that and combine that with the Northwest Mounted Police, all right, which was a Canadian. Hold up, hey, okay. Hold up. Excuse me, just gonna have to hold that for a moment. We have bitches running off. Okay. I'm on. The idea is to create a kind of a mixed force, alright? And the mixed force is essentially capable... Fuck me, come on, I don't want to scare anyone off. Okay, easy, girl. Are you goddamn serious? Because you want to move, you son of a bitch? So, we got this, don't worry. That is not the squirrel that I want. Beautiful. Perfect. Perfect. So that's 3 now. We just need 3 more. Yep, that's 3. Okay, anyways. There we go. So, for those who don't know what the Rogers Rangers are, or the Northwest Mounted Police are, stuff like that, I'll kind of do a history lesson. We'll start off with the Rogers Rangers. The Rogers Rangers were a independent light infantry skirmish type of unit. Again, they were intended for special operations. Their literal job was behind enemy lines, raids, and guerrilla warfare styled engagements. Now, again, it's everyone thinks, oh, special operations, fucking Call of Duty, fucking, that shit wasn't around until 2000s, shit like that, which is not true. I mean, special operations, guerrilla warfare, regular warfare was around since before the terms existed, since before anybody knew what it was. So, that type of warfare, especially in the... Yeah, take one. Especially in the North American frontier, was something that was greatly, it was greatly valued by people, like, or by factions. It was a type of warfare that was necessary in order to win. It wasn't, you couldn't have your traditional line battles of Europe across the open plains. No, you'd have to do raids in fucking forests and ambushes and whatnot. And relatively, it was a hard thing to master. So there was that. There was that with the Roger Rangers. They were fucking badass motherfuckers. They practiced the native warfare, which was essentially a kind of a modified version of guerrilla warfare, or your typical guerrilla warfare, and they used it against them. They used it against the French. It was great. Northwest Mounted Police, it was a Canadian unit that was established around the 1880s or the 1870s. I might be off on that, but the idea was they combined all kind of practices and functions into one. They combined a military, a police, and kind of a civic duty. They combined all of those practices into one. All right, so that's what they did, and I thought it was pretty cool how they did that. And their job was to kind of uphold law and order. They would make sure that people don't invade Canada, and if they do, they will be that response force to stop the invaders. They'll make sure that people aren't committing crimes, and they're making sure that they're helping out the innocent populace. They were all experienced. The guys part of the Northwest Mounted Police, they were all experienced frontiersmen, and they knew the techniques of guerrilla warfare, but they didn't practice it. Okay, and they wore specific khaki uniforms, and they were mounted. They were pretty much like dragoons. So the idea is to mix these practices from both factions into one. So we'll have kind of a mixed capability. Okay, hey, we'll do law enforcement, we'll provide order and whatnot, make sure people aren't doing stupid shit. We'll protect the borders, we'll protect the land, and make sure that we don't have any crazy people going after us. We'll practice these forms of warfare because these are the most effective forms of warfare. And we'll operate with different, we'll operate in different capacities. Like, if we have to, go light infantry, we'll go light infantry. If we have to go cavalry, great. Stuff like that. The idea is to do that and, kind of protect the frontier, as well as establish a nice organization where everything is kind of colloquial. And what I mean by that is, hey, guess what? I'm going to sleep for a little bit here. But the idea is, hey, guess what? If people need us, we can adapt to kind of a variety of different tasks and jobs. And every person in the Rangers will be taught how to do this. We'll be taught how to do everything that's applicable to Red Dead Redemption. Of course, I'm not gonna teach somebody, how to fucking how to clean their gun and be like, okay, you're gonna put the ramrod down here when you can't actually do that in a realistic manner. You just wipe it clean. But I will teach people all the different practices. So every person will be able to do everything, all right? So we'll be able to do cavalry techniques, law enforcement, frontiering. The biggest thing, the most biggest and the most necessary thing is the frontiering skills, which is, okay, hunting, kind of guerrilla, regular warfare, kind of strategic, strategic elements that come into play, like, okay, hey, guess what? Using your terrain to your advantage. Like, okay, I'll be able to kill more guys here if I'm in this position than if I move to my left over there. So, ultimately, it's a variety of different things. But, that guy is driving a little weirdly. But, yeah, that's kind of the deal of what's happening. And I apologize if I worded it poorly because I'm tired. And, I'm just a little bit anxious for the squirrels, so I'm just trying to keep myself busy. But yeah, that's the idea of doing the Rangers and seeing how that works out. Is there someone I can help you with, sir?
Sir, I'm doing just fine out here. So how about you leave me be? Don't get so head up.
He's got a fucking Henry. Yes. Okay, easy. Alright, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the idea. Again, I worded it much more poorly than I should have, and that happens, but it's whatever. I just want to focus on doing this and not fuck it up like I usually do. The squirrels run out of gun. Oh. Really? Are you damn serious? Fucker. I lost goddamn like 3 arrows because of you. Okay, so it's kind of a fuck up on my part. I need to be a little more careful. Well, that's why you learn. Mistakes happen. There's the flower. So we shall see. We shall see exactly how the Rangers will go and see if that's a concept that people are interested in. It's definitely something I'm interested in. I don't care if I'm kind of alone or if people don't wish to join it. I would appreciate the help, but I just want the idea of having something like that so I can, so I can say, hey, guess what? We're here to help. Because, and you gotta remember, this is kind of established on a full realism boundary. Okay, this is not, this is not like a mess around type of thing. I'm not going to go around there and fuck around with it. The whole point of this is supposed to establish a set of realism. Alright? And while, it may not be 100% realistic, of course, nowadays, it was realistic to that time period. It was realistic, when this time period was around, 1899, 1907, and it was very realistic before then as well. The only thing that's not unrealistic, which I will be honest about, is a full establishment of Rangers in the United States as a recognized force, as a recognized, government force. That didn't happen until the 1930s, I believe, when the U.S. Army established the Rangers. However, independent rangers such as Texas Rangers, stuff like that. Churchill's Rangers, all of that. They existed. They just weren't really. They weren't either under the military, or they weren't recognized as a full-fledged government force. Of course, Texas Rangers were a little bit different. They were a individual or separate type of group where they literally, protected the Republic of Texas when it was its own state, and they formed into a police force after it reformed back into the United States. So Churchill's Rangers was one of the first ranger groups out there, and it was actually the first American ranger group. So that's one of the units that the United States Rangers, Army Rangers, model themselves off of. So yeah. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, I'm looking something out. Looking something up. Excuse me. I'm just reading something about one of the battles during the Civil War. Okay, so I also read about the Rangers as well. And what's cool about the Rangers, or the whole establishment of Rangers, is that there were different types of Ranger units. Okay? So, let me pause for a second. So right here, you have the Georgia Regiment of Horse Rangers, which were a cavalry ranger unit for the United States Army, or the Continental Army, excuse me. You have a Hawk Mountain Rangers, which were a ground and rescue, ranger unit within the Civil Air Patrol. You have the Indiana Rangers, which were a 19th century mounted militia force. You have the Knowlton's Rangers, which was the first espionage group. You have units in the Civil War, and they all fulfilled similar purposes. Excuse me, I can't speak English properly. I'm so sorry. But yeah, you had a bunch of this stuff. You have the United States Mounted Rangers, which were disbanded, unfortunately, in 1833. And they were essentially... so I'll read this. At the time of the formation of the United States Mounted Rangers, the United States Army lacked cavalry. The opening of the Santa Fe Trail led to demands for military escorts of the annual trading caravans across the prairies. In 1829, 4 infantry companies from Fort Leavenworth were ordered to protect that year's caravan. The expedition demonstrated the inferiority of foot soldiers versus mounted Comanches. And then there was a bill that was forwarded to authorize a ranger unit. So, again, this stuff was pretty widely known, or pretty wide. Excuse me. Pretty widely known, probably not, but pretty wide in terms of its expanse, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. Yeah, so I'm just reading about this. I still need to... Sorry, there's something broken here. Just I'm trying to fix this problem. Now it's trying to tell me that no, that's incorrect. Okay. Wow, it's like telling me that. Okay, well, give me one moment. Okay. No, it doesn't matter. Sorry about that. I've been trying to fix some problem with my, with a folder with my computer. And that's not working out, so I'll worry about that later. But anyways. Let's get focused on, I think, some small games, shall we? So as we can see, I have 2 people watching me. Alright, what's going on, fellas? So as we can see, another squirrel. They usually, I think they spawn around this area here. Ooh, that is a squirrel right there. That is what I need to go after. God damn it. Swear to God, I pressed the wrong button. Fuck, is it still there? Please tell me it is. Please tell me it is. I fucked up. Okay, it's still there. Oh, that scared me for a damn moment. Because I was so used to, like, pressing down or going down for the bow. Damn it. Alright, well, we gotta sneak up on that little bastard. We need to get close enough so we can lock on. And then it'll be... Oh, no, the jackrabbit's gonna scare it off. Son of a bitch. He's gonna run soon. Or maybe not. Alright. Perfect. There we go. Well, now we have 5. We just need 1 more. Oh, thank the Lord. That's all we need. We need 1 more. And then after that, we can head back to the trap. We can get a nice flat cap, and then we're gonna head over to... It's a good question. We're gonna head over to Valentine, and we're gonna see if we can grab that that one cap that one fucking guy has. The one that's like a Canadian son of a bitch, and he's like, "Hey, I'm better than all of you." One of those guys. Somewhere around there. We'll see. But now what we have to do is we have to wait again. We'll set up a nice meal, grab something. You know, hey, what's cooking? Good looking. Then maybe when it stops raining, we'll continue our patrol. So I have 2 more of these. I'll probably craft at least another one in case there's an issue. There you go. Can have an improved arrow, fire, dynamite. Got a bunch of stuff you can make. We'll have some stringy meat. Got plenty of it. I'll have some more. Then we'll rest up for a bit. And then after that, we're gonna make some coffee and hunt. Again. Oh, looks like the rain's stopping, so I think we're good there. I keep fucking that up, excuse me. No, we're good. We have plenty of time. Alright. I know, we look for more squirrels. I guess it's a good place to hunt for squirrels, considering that they spawn here a lot. Like, they usually spawn right kind of along that road there. So I guess it's pretty good. Oh, well, that's Squirrel. So all we gotta do is be patient. I'm gonna read a book. Do I have a book with me I can read? Documents. Collection of books. This is so fucking stupid. I take a great deal of pleasure identifying scat, picking it up, rubbing it between my fingers, bringing it to my nose, taking a deep inhale, savoring the earthly banquet, and noting senses and emanations. Yeah, that's bad. Wants to be smelling shit, right? Like, I think our squirrels are back. I think I see something there. No. I just kill all like this squirrel population. Good lord. Okay. No, let's go. Let's head down and see what we can look at. All right. There we go. There's the final one. Now, the problem is with the final ones, you need to be very careful. You can never allow yourselves to ruin that surprise. Like that. There you go. Okay, we're good. Alrighty. I'm a very happy man. And now we need to head down to the trapper. Your rig station. We're good to go. Huh. Oh, that's good stuff, my man. That is just amazing. Okay.
All right, my boy. Joe, boy.
Okay, right down to the trapper. Well, I am not an expert in by any means. It is definitely a difficult task hunting the squirrel. Now imagine if you had to do that in free game. That would just suck. but it would be a great challenge. I'm not ready for free aim. When I played the previous game, Red Dead Redemption, like the game's free aim. Oh, boys.
Got it! Jump down off that horse.
Fine. Put the hands up, like you was witnessing in church. Throw him to smithereens! I'll cut your fingers off and feed them to you, son. This end's ugly for you.
You had enough yet?
Now you're all dead. Happy?
That's what happens when you piss me the hell off, you fucking die. Sorry about that. Got a little angry. Ah, stupid motherfuckers, man. It's probably smart of me. I should have finished him off when I started beating the first guy's ass, but it was a good thing I did because he was in front. And he was facing the other two guys. So, you know, I would have had the advantage there. They would have, you know, I presented a smaller target compared to him. So they had a much more difficulty hitting him or hitting me than they would have him in that case. So I got pretty lucky there. Could have been better with my shots for the revolver when I first fucking pulled it out, but you know, they should have fucking died in 3 shots or less, and that took them about 6. Doesn't matter. They're dead.
Too many folks about.
So I'm pretty happy. That was fucking scary. I didn't expect it at all, but that is a good ambush point. That is a good ambush point. So I'll give him that. Ah, damn it.
So, buying or selling?
Oh, I got some for you, buddy.
Let's see.
Oh, they're $1 each. Goddamn. And now I can get my hat.
All made to measure.
There we go.
Good choice.
So I'm fairly happy with that. Now I need to know what type of hat I should get, or well, I don't need a hat, but I need these. Legendary Coyote. Okay, I don't know if we'll be able to get that, but
Every one of my garments is a little different, because every pelt is a little different. You'll find them nowhere else.
of course. I believe it was. Ah.
I don't sell to stores. You want my wares?
Skunk
Right,
pelts
here's the
don't
one
really
they
appease
do.
me. I can get moccasins if I get a good buck pelt. But I guess the next task would be to grab that, because those are really good. So, legendary coyote, that must be fun to find, excuse me. And afterwards we need gloves, and then we'll have our full set. What type of gloves should I get, though? Desperado.
Name Macardus mean anything to you? It's what the folk out of LaGras took to calling this one gator out in the bayou. Supposed to be the biggest ever seen.
Yeah, I think I know what that gator's about. We'll go for these ones. These ones are pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. Oh, well. Now I have to get rabbit pelts? Okay. I'll get the chaps first, and then we'll get the rabbit pelt last. But I'm pretty happy. I got a nice cap. Look at that. A butter bun.
Thanks, mister. One more time.
Yeah, we need to head over to Valentine. Drink some of that fancy wine. We'll set up camp. Head to the bar and deal with that one man. Get his hat so I can get that for free. No, I'm not back off. Are you fucking high? I like the cap. It's nice. Probably doesn't look good on this outfit, but the idea is to create a winter cap to keep your head warm. However, excuse me. However, this is probably not going to be the cap I'll be wearing when I head up to the mountains. It'll be that one guy's cap. So, yeah, I realized you can steal a bunch of people's caps in the game. There's a bunch of hats you can steal, and you can keep them. Not every single hat you can steal, but there's a good majority of them. There's a lot of them. There's like 4 different variations of the mountain cap. I got the green one. I wish I had a brown, like a dark brown one, because I think that would have been cooler. You could steal a bunch of, you could steal conductor hat. There's a few there's like 1 or 2 Civil War hats you can steal. So there's a lot you can grab, and it's pretty cool. I mean, the problem is with stealing these hats. About 90% of the time, it'll create two conflicting problems. If you're trying to do a full honorable or really good playthrough, number one, you'll most likely have to fight the person, if not outright kill him, to get the hat. Number two,
Yeah, this is the spot, all right. Must be here somewhere.
Let up.
number two, you get in trouble with the law.
Oh, come on. It's gotta be close.
Nice out here, huh?
Hey, whoa! Don't sneak up on a fella like that.
Hey, easy. Say, what's that you got?
Ain't this you're looking at, right? This ain't nothing. Stupid old map ain't worth the paper it's printed on. Yeah.
Why so fast, pal? Where you off to?
Well, good day to you. Don't let me keep you.
I honestly was gonna help. You know, I thought I could help him find whatever he was looking for. Damn treasure map. I mean, sure, man. Sure. This is a... Oh no, I don't know this path. Haven't taken this path in a while. Valentine's a beautiful town. I like it. I like Valentine. It's a great town.
Who's got mouths to feed, huh? Give me one of these ribs, just watch them grow.
How's it go?
Get out of the way, damn you.
I'm sorry, sir.
You worked hard, buddy.
Here, I thought I dressed bad.
What the fuck do you mean? Bruh. This is for hunting and shit. If you're out in the mountains, you probably wouldn't be complaining.
Room's all yours.
I'll take a bath and then I'll fucking head upstairs and change. Fucking asshole that guy was. So I'll save my game too. As we got what we came for.
Can I be of any assistance?
No, ma'am.
there?
Married man.
No, I, got this.
All right, I'll leave you to it then.
One moment. Okay. Relax for a bit and then... Well, that didn't happen. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. This is gonna suck.
I feel so sorry for the girls around here. I hear the commotion from the rooms all the time. It just ain't friendly.
If you hear commotion from the rooms, you need to deal with that, sir. Anyways, we need to head upstairs. We're gonna check, you know, how do I say this properly? Because I can't speak English. We're going to switch to a better uniform, because we're not going to be wilderness hunting for a little bit. Okay, whatever, looks pretty decent. Can we sleep till next morning, please? Can we? Game? Fuck my ass here, huh? Okay. Alright, save the game. Alright, sorry about that. This looks like a Union cavalry hat.
Sleep well?
Decently enough, sir.
Great. Thanks.
Then over to the saloon and deal with that man. Switch revolvers. I think when I go out hunting, I'm gonna have one revolver and one shotgun. And then when I'm out in towns, I'll have one, 2 revolvers and so on and so forth.
Morning.
Morning. Let's go take a look, see if we can get that hot hat off that guy. If he's still there, even. I don't think he is. But let's not kill him or extend this any further than we have to.
Oh, hello. Best pot I ever won was on 2-7 offsuit. If I get the feeling, I gotta go.
Maybe he's not here early in the day, huh?
Good morning, mister.
Good job I sharpened up my scissors this morning.
I wonder where I can find him. Maybe I'll wait. I'll sleep until... Maybe I'll sleep until later, because if he's not here... This is where he's usually found, so if he's not here at all, like I cannot find him, and either he's dead, he's gone, or he's just not wanting to come to the bar today. And I'll try
You need something else?
until the evening, and if he's not there, guess we'll just fucking kill ourselves and move on with that. I just saw like huge dilated face. Oh, sleep till noon. Okay. Okay, let's go. See if he's there.
Sir, you'll need to wash up a bit if you want to impress the ladies around here.
I'm not looking to impress anybody, sir.
Thank you.
There he is.
What kind of men are you?
Let's get that hat off of him. This is gonna suck, isn't it?
Mama's boys. Whiners.
Now, that is some serious undergrowth up top
I had
there,
a
friend.
complainer once. Heading out west on the trail, Lion House
You
in
sure?
68.
It's money well spent.
We sold his liver to the Injuns. Hey, now that's a real bad move.
What the hell has happened to folks in this country?
I'll cut that tongue out of your mouth, you goddamn bastard. What's your problem, partner? Yeah, you with the squinty eyes and the big old head and the women's breeches. You. Not so tough. That's it.
Holy shit, he's tough. I didn't even mean to pull out my gun.
It was just a...
Why did I pull out my gun on him? What the fuck? Why am I pulling out my goddamn gun on him? The fuck? What is happening even? Why am I pulling out my gun on him?
hell was that?
Come on!
Oh, come on. Oh my god, he's just gonna keep beating my damn ass.
Alright, that's enough.
Was that worth it though? I don't know if that was worth it. We're gonna try reloading the save. Like, it was worth it kicking his fucking... Well, not kicking his fucking ass, but it was worth... a funny moment, I guess you could say, but... Let's try this again. I just want to... The idea is... Also, I think my honor decreased, maybe?
Come on now, get moving, will you?
I don't know if my honor decreased, but if it did, then damn it.
Hey, look out!
You know this ain't take for me.
Good to see you, mister.
Okay, he said good to see you, so...
Alright, stranger.
I'm assuming people are telling me, hey, you know, are gonna tell me to fuck off, but... He's not here. These people aren't... These people aren't insulting my appearance.
Hey, you mind your damn step.
Calm down, sir.
How we going?
You're back quick, huh?
I'd like a room for the night.
Room's all yours. Head on up.
Sure. So let me see if I even got it, because if I did get it and it was just broken, yeah, no, I didn't get it. Okay, so I have to actually go get it. Hold up. I don't need this. Fuckers. Alright, let's head down there, considering it's evening. Get that damn hat, come back up here, go to bed.
Forgive me.
Why are you in the
Well,
damn way?
excuse me.
Yeah, that's why I'm going this way, huh? Okay, well.
Forgive
Sorry,
me.
lady.
Hey, easy.
Tried to teach the savages poker once.
Wow, he's actually not here.
How you keeping?
You know, I kind of regret my decision of, Kind of regret my decision of just not taking the hat when I got the chance, so we'll just keep reloading until this thing is not broken. Okay. Let's keep going around and see if we can find him. He has to be in there. He'll be there eventually. Like, I don't know. I didn't beat his ass, you know, during the time of this save, so there's no way he can't be in here.
Welcome back.
Getting drunk like a motherfucker. He's somewhere here. He has to be. One of these days I'll fucking put a bull in this goddamn head.
Well, look at you. Do you want to have some fun?
I look like a John? That kind of John?
Don't mean much coming from you.
I didn't mean to.
All right, well, no point in getting hot and bothered over this.
What?
Gentlemen,
Mister? Hello.
that was a hello, mister.
Hello again.
Before this gets any further, I was winding you up.
Well, I ain't laughing.
My God. No wonder the country's gone to shit.
Sticks and stones, friend.
Relax.
I kind of felt bad antagonizing him. But since we're loading a new save, I'll try one more time. We'll try one... Oh, I didn't want to do that. We'll try one more time. At least I look pretty decent. So I think if you wear the outfits of the town that you bought them from, people will give you compliments and all that. Which is pretty cool. That was a good drink.
Good to see you again.
Nowhere to be found. I regret not beating his ass. Because the original intent was to start the fight, take the hat, go away. That was the original intent. And then it escalated to something much more than it needed to be, which really sucked. Because I didn't want that.
All right, I'll place this. Don't even think that hard. It's just a game.
So I wonder
Nothing but bastards today.
where he's at.
That ain't a lie.
Partner?
How you doing?
I'll play a poker game maybe.
Shit. I ain't never thought nobody would catch me
Lucky
with
to
that
see you.
fat lady.
Care to join?
Let's try this. Let's play one game, and then we'll probably end off the stream for now and then continue at a later time.
I made it to foreman with the same skills that keeps me a winner here.
Okay.
There's that last one.
I have 7 high. Damn it. Okay. 7 high? That's not really the best.
You want to hurry this up?
I'll call.
Come on, that's it.
I'll call. That's gonna be bad. I'll call. I have a 9 high. Okay, well, I have a better idea, or I have better cards now. ace high. We'll check again.
I check.
What the hell? How about getting a game going?
Fuck it, I'll call.
Huh.
I have a pair of sevens. Oh, okay. I'll check.
This is all I got for now.
Yep, still a pair of sevens. I had an ace high, damn it.
Here you go.
Read 'em.
It's mine.
What bullshit.
Uh-huh. There we go.
Yep. That's how you win a poker game. Let's try one more. I'm probably going to lose this one now, but let's try one more.
This is fun, huh? Is that a spider web hanging from your cards?
I don't know what he means by that, but that hurts my feelings. Okay, I have a 7 high, which is not bad. But I could be better.
Okay.
So I'll call.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I check.
I have 2 jacks. I have a pair of jacks, yep. So I'll check again.
No.
What is that now?
This one.
Nothing much is gonna happen if you keep this up.
I still have a pair of jacks. You need to calm down, my man. Defensive way of playing poker. Fives, okay. Check again.
Read 'em.
Here. It ain't pretty. Okay.
Yeah, I figured. However,
I'm talking about.
he didn't lose. He didn't take that much of my money because he had a better fucking hand than I did. Yeah, there was no way. I see. When it comes to situations like that, unless you have queens, kings, or aces, you might as well just play at a low. You know, you might want to play low. You don't want to go all in, as you can see here. Okay, that's bad. All right, I don't want to do that. But you want to play defensively.
My shift is starting soon.
Okay, asshole. I have a 10 high. That's pretty good.
Better call. I'll pass.
The higher the number,
Either this or I'm out.
the better it is. Or the better the chances of it being is, essentially. If I have a 10 high, I'm going to beat anybody that has a 9 high, etc. So I'll skip that. I don't want to see that shit. I have a jack high. Okay, so jack high's pretty good,
All right then.
but someone might have a better fucking pair.
This is all I got for now.
I reckon this much.
I have to call 18 cents. Fuck.
For sure.
Sure.
I should have folded. I realized my mistake.
Not going all in yet.
Well, all right.
Raise it to 1. I have a fucking pair of 6s. I'm folding.
Your eyes ain't playing tricks.
What a sad way to finish.
Yeah, I would have lost. I would have fucking lost because, yep.
Shit.
Oh, I would have lost. I would have lost horribly. I am so glad I pulled out of that one. I would have fucking lost that. Oh, shit. That's why you fold. You fold more often. Be smart.
I said last week that I'd stop playing.
You know this ain't a table for new players, right?
Oh, I don't care.
I'm a call.
Okay, I have a jack high. Again.
Check.
Check again. Pair of 8s.
I will.
Not really better,
Check.
but
Not much of a go-getter, are we?
pair of 8s. Fuck.
Ooh, I smell a big pile of bluff.
Still have a pair of 8s. So fuck. Well,
It's either this or I am out.
Come on, we can do better.
You're pretty full of something today.
Get a load of these here.
Don't weep.
Good for you, bad for me.
Oh, yes, indeed.
Very impressive.
at least I got better than that guy.
Well, all right.
Well, good game. I'm out of here.
Well,
See, that's the problem with poker.
Until next time.
It's a I earned money and I lost money. The problem with poker is that it's a lucky man's game. It's all about luck. That's the problem. I mean, you could disagree, you could agree, but the issue is that the only way you're gonna win. There's like no way you're gonna win unless you have a good pair, right? So
Welcome back.
it's about being smart. Who's that dollar
got
for
new
the
rooms?
Room's all yours. Head
It's
on
about
up.
being smart, folding when you need to. Like the last time, like when I folded there, I just saved myself out of losing money, and and forced the other guys to lose the money. So again, it's all about being lucky and knowing when your enemy has a better hand. Now you need to always assume that the enemy has the better hand, or your opponent's same shit. You need to assume that they always have the better hand, and the reason why it's because, it'll make you think more defensively when you're playing when you're playing Texas Hold'em poker. Most authors that I read, they suggest either tight aggressive or tight defensive type of approach. And there's good reason behind that. You don't want to, you do not want to be the type of guy to waste your time and your money putting all in and being aggressive when you have, no good cards or whatnot. Just play defensively. That's what I do. I don't bet, I don't raise, I just play at the lowest numbers possible. Alright? So while I may not earn a lot of money, I won't lose a lot either. Another big thing, I'm so sorry, lady. Another big thing is, again, your hand, your cards. The higher the number of your cards, the better they are. So if you have, 2, 3s, 4s, stuff like that, the higher it is, the better it is. And then between that, you have, this fucker's still not here. I'll find him one day. I'll find him one fucking day. Anyways, you'll, between those, the ace is the highest you can get, king is second highest, queen is third, and then jack is fourth, and then the rest of them are the numbered one, which is, I believe it goes through 10 through 2 or some shit. Of course, the lowest one is the worst one, and you might want to fold when you get that. You probably want to focus on simply getting only aces or jacks or stuff like that, or kings. Kings and aces would be your winning bet. That's when you can go all in, because when you have those, you're going to win anyways. Alright, if you have a full ace deck, if you have a full king deck, if you have a, whatever, you're going to win. Now, I'm not an expert on poker, so I could be talking out of my ass, but this is from my experience of playing. Anyways, I think I'm going to stop the live stream for now. I'll pick it up at a later time. I don't know what time exactly, because I'm heading out to a Thanksgiving dinner, but it's been fun. Got my nice hat, my little rat hat, I guess you could call it. And now we just have to find that skunk hat that fucker had, or the raccoon hat, or whatever he had on. Anyways, you guys have a good one. It's been fun. I'll post it up probably later. So, you guys have a good one. Thank you.